Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Bleach Thousand Year Blood War the conflict episode number 10 reaction. Okay, the previous episode we got to see Kyoraku's Bankai, and yes, it was something. And the whole battle against Lila Barrow and him, that went out pretty quickly after he used his Bankai, because his Bankai goes through a few acts and a few rules, which makes it very difficult for anyone else who's under that Bankai to fight back. But the big drawback for his Bankai is that he's also like involved in it. Like he also gets hurt. That's why he never uses his Bankai that much. Either way, Lilibaru used his ability, but it wasn't able to do anything to Shunsui. At the By the end of it, he he got defeated. Yeah, and it ended in a very abrupt and a weird way. I don't know why it ended like that. Like it was like Kyoraku was in the middle of speaking to Ohana, and then the episode just ended. I don't know what the hell that was. So let's see what happens today. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's begin. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, we're back with Mayuri. All right. Oh boy, here we go. Yeah, yeah, but can it not do it either way? Like his nerve layers are outside. Oh boy. Good. Okay. Yeah, we can. Oh, I see. So I guess he just normally attacked from the inside. Wow. Damn. His voice changes like. Yeah. Yep. Hmm. Interesting. Oh god. Yeah. Oh no. Damn. Okay, we need to actually dodge this. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, and then we change the trajectory. Oh, damn. Oh boy. Hmm. Right. Hmm. Number 7. Yeah. Oh, so she's number 7 out of. That is true. She actually got a lot of experience throughout. I do not. Oh boy. Okay. Memory? Number seven, okay. It's funny her name is Nemuri, which means like asleep or, Okay. I guess that's where Nemu comes from. What the? Koji could. Oh, okay. It's going to regenerate his arm? Wow. It did not go through. Ah. Yeah, you're the one to say. Okay. Oh god, yeah, this is troublesome. The fact that is literally like homing as I fly around. Ah, nerve density of its arrows. Okay, that's why the anesthetic. Okay. Hmm. That's why Nemu will come in, I think, because she's not getting affected. Inject a nerve nullified arrow. Oh, okay. Inject enough time. Wait, enter. Okay. It will. Oh, okay. Ah, I see. I don't know what about this. Yeah, and the nerves and everything. They're like the main. Okay, I see. Yeah, that's why the. Okay, nice. Oh no 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 no! Oh no! A little bit more. We would have got him. Yeah. Ah, that's why. Yeah, that'll be problem. Right. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, oh yeah. Oh, it's targeting him. Hmm. Oh, Nemu, yeah. One, two. So yeah, they're failures. I'm guessing they weren't able to. Oh, I see. Ah, and then number seven. Yeah. I guess it's because she. I guess it's because she was a successful one, so there's no need to call her number seven or something like that. Yeah, because of that. Yo. Hmm. Oh, that's why memory cake. Yeah. Hmm. 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 Probably. Oh, I doubt it. Ah, okay. Oh God. Below. Oh damn! So it's gonna break down now. 0.8. Safe she's was wow. Damn. Okay. I don't think that's enough, but it. Oh no. Okay. Oh. Oh. All right. Well. Damn. Oh no. Oh yeah. I forgot that they can. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh boy. Xylaporo. Fantastic. Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Damn. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, okay. I was gonna say because he ate Nemu. Wouldn't that implanted compost? Right. I knew that there must be something within Nemu that would functions all the time. And now it's affecting him. By the vessel ganglia. Okay. Without her cerebrum. Okay. That's why he took the cerebrum. Also, there's another reason why he took the cerebrum. I'm guessing, obviously, because the brain or the cerebrum contains like the not the yeah, memories, the experiences, and everything that Nemu had. Like he can make another body of her anytime, but the brain is important. Otherwise, that oh no, oh no, damn. Who the hell? Wait, what? Oh, okay. Well, can you help me? Oh my god. Oh, they. Oh, there you go. He found them, I guess. I was wondering where they were. Like, they just completely just didn't mention them at all from that point onwards. I'm like, what happened to them? Nemus. Oh no, Zaraki, yeah. I love how Myri's just ready for everything. He has a backup plan of a backup plan of a backup plan. What pleasant. Hmm. Yeah. I don't think he will be envious. But whatever makes you happy. Hmm. Yeah. Never ending my dream. Okay. Right. And there you go. We had the conclusion of Pernida's battle. Like, actually, the actual conclusion. It's over now. I'm assuming. I doubt he's coming back from that. Okay. Also, like, the fact that we, like, what's his name? Toshiro. Oh my god, it's been a while we've seen them, so I've kind of forgotten his name. What's his name? Toshiro, isn't it? Yeah. Um, Hitsugaya. Yeah, Hitsugaya Taicho. Yeah, Hitsugaya and Rangiku. Like, I was like, where are they? Like, we haven't even seen any mention of them from the previous part. Like, it's as if like suddenly just disappeared. But there you go. They were recuperating, I guess you could say. He did say that their lifespan went down very much, but I guess, like, they're like shinigamis. I feel like they had a very huge lifespan from the to begin with, like, their souls. So yeah, I've never thought about it. Like, how does death work in this world? Okay, there's something left. All right, let's see. Oh, these two. Oh, all right. These two want to take out the Majesty. I don't understand how that's going to work. Oh, they made them into zombies as well. Okay, fantastic. Candice and the other one. I don't remember that girl's name, the pink girl's name, but the first one is Bambietta, I think, and the last one is Candice. Oh, wow. That is absolutely crazy. What? Hmm. Oh, Busby is here, I think. There you go. Well, I'm here to pick a fight with you. I don't think he cares. I literally don't think he cares. Oh boy. Whose fault is that? Okay. Oh. Hmm. And that is it. All right, that was today's episode. So, yeah, today we had the final battle, or the final part of the battle, Pernida versus Mayuri, and Nemu played a huge part in this. And yeah, in the end, I'm just glad that she like didn't die or anything. Like, yeah, I guess she died in that sense. But the fact that Mayuri was able to recover her brain, her cerebrum in itself is like, okay, she's still there. Her soul, her knowledge, her experience. Because at the end of the day, like they are souls to begin with. So, like, the brain, I think, like, is like the portion which contains the entirety of a person. Because you can like you can change an arm. If you can live without an arm, you can live without a leg. You can live without almost every single part of a body, except the few vital organs like hearts, lungs, and all that stuff, kidneys. But all in all, I feel like the part that contains like the individuality of someone, the psyche of someone, whatever you call it, the soul of someone, is the brain. At least that's what I think, and that's what I believe. So if you're able to recover that, which contains all the experiences, all the memories, and everything of a person, then you have technically saved that person from death, because you've recovered that. Now, obviously, Mairi was, like, Nemu was like an experiment to begin with. She was like an artificial, like, soul, and like an artificial, not soul, sorry, artificial, like, the body and everything that was made. And as we saw, like, the gradual progression, like, Nemu number one wasn't even able to, like, and then Nemu two kind of, like, a little bit, the evolution increased. Number three, number four, number five, like this. Number seven was like the uh oh no, number one to four was, they didn't survive. From four to five, six, it little by little it was able to, yeah. So that's how it went. So yeah, like, we have the brain, we have the Emu's brain. So I'm sure, like, Mari can do it again. Now Mari can make another like body for Nemu, and put that brain into her, and it'll be as if she never died, because the brain is still intact. She's still there in the brain. That's obviously, that is like the biggest reason I think he recovered the brain, amidst all of that, like, that situation where Penida was trying to eat her. Also, another reason, as he explained, is that if Penida consumed the brain as well, then the thing that he said, the cell division thing, that was the high, like, like, intensity of cell division that Nemu's body goes through, that, since her brain was attached to her, like, her body, obviously, um it regulated that. It didn't let the cellular division to go on endlessly or go crazy. The brain kept that in check. Without the brain, now that Pernida has ate all of Nemu's flesh and everything, that has gone inside of him, but the brain is not inside of him. So that regulating body is not able to regulate that. So inside his body, Nemu's, like, cells goes crazy with the, like, the cellular division, and completely destroys him from the inside. It's like a cancer cell, basically. It kept, like, growing and growing and just destroyed. And without the brain to regulate that, yeah, it worked out. So if Pernida ate the brain as well, I guess it wouldn't work like that. Pernida would have been fine. So yeah, but obviously, I'm sure, like, I'm 100% sure, like, the main reason why he took Nemu's brain was so that he could, put it back into another body and revive Nemu, literally, like that, in that way. So yeah, There you go. That was like what happened. At least that's what I understood from that section. Now, a few of the things in today's episode. First and foremost, this episode kind of shows us how important Nemu is to Mayuri, even though you know we never really see that in that sense, because we all know Mayuri is a type of person who's like always like he's like a cynical type of person, like a what do you call it, like a I don't know. Like he's like a weird dude, basically. Like he doesn't know how to properly express himself, I guess you could say, or he knows how to express his weird side a bit too well. So, like his original side is not really expressed that much or whatever. Um but like every person, like Nemu was a project that was very important to him, and he gave everything to it from the very beginning. So number one, two, three, or four, I think, was failure. Then when it little by little it started improving, he must have felt happy. He must have felt, obviously elated. But still, at that point, it didn't really become like proper, I guess you could say, affection, unless and until Nemu actually was created, like number seven. Like number six was also created, but as he said, like it wasn't able to survive up until like what I think like 2 years old. I think, yeah, that's what he said. Up until 2 years old, it was able to survive, and then it died. So yeah, that still wasn't the case. So number seven, when number seven was able to properly grow and become and was able to outlive her previous lifespan, and kept on growing and growing, yeah, it became something very important to Mayuri, because this was a success, like giving something his time for so many years and then finally seeing the results. In that sense, he was obviously very attached to Nemu. But then, as Nemu kept on growing, as you can see, he, I'm pretty sure he like gained like a proper affection for her in a weird way, which he wasn't able to express. But yeah, as a as a little kid, as a little child, and like a father child kind of bond kind of formed. However, this is Miley we're talking about. I doubt he himself realized that, or he probably just thought like, oh, this is my scientific like whatever, like scientific, like like my experiment, it was able to grow, that's why this I'm elated, that is why I'm elated. He probably thought about it like that. But at the end of the day, you could say he did kind of get attached to Nem, in that, like, yeah. So it's like a mixture, like it's like, obviously he's a type of character who always like focuses on like results and all that stuff. Like he's like always like doing experiments and everything. So in that sense, you could say that he's a little bit lacking in the emotional department, you could say that. But that, I feel like that also makes it very like important if he ever awakens like an emotional attachment to something. It'll be like the one and only, the only thing that like he has ever, because he's not like this, like someone who is not like this, like a certain way. If that person becomes a certain way, it's more important or precious, I guess you could say. Like he's someone who lacked in the emotional like a department. So someone like him, if he awakened like an emotional attachment to someone, that makes it even more rarer. Yeah, in that sense. And yeah, so either way, I feel like it was a mixture of everything. Like, the fact that his hard work paid off, the fact that he will finally be able to surpass Urahara. Also, those were obviously one of the reasons why he, like, like, why he was happy about, like, Nemu's survival. But at the same time, I'm sure there was like a part of him that actually, like got attached to Nemu, like a like a father and child kind of thing. Yeah. So there you go. I love the fact that Xyloporo suddenly pops up out of nowhere and he's like, "Oh, like, why are you sad? Didn't you tell me that the perfection is the last thing that a scientist should should be happy about? Because when you're perfect, it's over. You won't be able to progress any further. Shouldn't you be happy that Nemu died? Because like that would mean she's not perfect. You can improve her even more. You can further grow, as a scientist." And he's like, "Oh, you've fallen so much, Mary." And I love the change in tone here. Like it really felt like Mary was like moping at that point, like very sad. And yeah, I'm sure he was sad, but at the same time, this is Maidu we are talking about. He is, he's like, he's a bit crazy in the head. So he just shuts Silaporo down and it's like, yeah, you're right. Like I am. Where's that part? Where he just grabs his head and just destroys it. There we go. You're absolutely right. I can't believe it took a pseudoscientist like you to remind me of my negligence. Okay, right. Anyways, yeah, that's the whole situation. So I guess you could say like Mary literally like did a lot of things for our for the for our so that we can progress in this battle. Like first and foremost, he took down Pernida. That's number one. Number two, he helped Zaraki. If he wasn't there, Zaraki wouldn't be able to stand back up. I'm pretty sure about it, or it would have taken a long time. Number three, he helped out Hitsugaya and Rangiku. He saved them as well and didn't make them and was able to prevent them from becoming zombies. A few other things as well. In the previous part, he also helped a lot of in a lot of ways as well. You know, so like yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like he's not only like doing his own thing, but at the same time he's like helping others so that they can progress in their direction as well. He's he's like a support as well as like a character who like goes into the front lines as well. Like he's like doing both of the roles perfectly. But for now, I think from here onwards, Mairi won't be able to participate in anything anymore because he's currently in in that tube thing, and it'll take him a while. But I'm sure Zaraki will come back soon. Hisuga and Rangiku are already back, and I guess they'll be fighting someone else. We'll see who they'll be fighting. Right, and there you go. Okay. Also, the whole section with Nemu was very nice as well, where Nemu, was like, "Oh, I love how he called me number seven. Why did he stop?" Now, I thought, the reason why he stopped calling her number seven is because, like, up until now, like, all the others were a failure, but number seven, Nemu, was a success. So, I was thinking, like, maybe that's why he stopped calling her number seven, because calling her number seven would mean that I don't know, like it's like a reminder that oh, like yeah, this is like a I don't know what to say, but I kind of felt that calling her number seven would mean that not calling her number seven was his own way of acknowledging the fact that he was finally able to succeed. That's what I thought. But I guess by the end of it, after hearing Xyloporo's words, I kind of realized that it's kind of the reverse that Hermione would want. He would want to remind himself that, oh, like she's number seven, so she can progress even further. Because for Myri, as he said, perfection is the end. He's a scientist. He doesn't want something to be perfect. He wants something so that he can, to be imperfect, so that he can keep working on it and keep like expanding it and making it better. So perfection is the end of a scientist's journey, and obviously he doesn't want that. So so it would have been the reverse. Like I kind of thought it in a different way. I thought like he doesn't call her number seven anymore because you know of that, because so that like it's like a reminder that oh, I was able to succeed. But I feel like he would have done the reverse, because he wants to feel like that he still hasn't succeeded because he's a scientist and he can do it better because of that. So yeah, but a better explanation was given by Akon. I think that was his name, wasn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong. He said that it's probably because he's embarrassed. Like it's as simple as that. Like and here we go. This part. You eat, you sleep, you. Oh, before that, he also mentioned that this project was obviously like important for scientists, but it is especially important for my. So you being someone who was a success, it's you are like a dream, like Mary is living his dream because of you. you know so the more you grow, the more it makes him happy, it makes his like dream successful. So you eat, you sleep, breathe, learn something daily and grow. um and during that time, Captain Kushishi lives his dream. There you go. uh and he probably is embarrassed that you'd notice that. That's why he stopped calling her. Yeah. And that is the simplest the explanation for that. Right. Yeah. And also, I didn't expect like Penida to completely destroy Nemu like that. Like he just completely like splattered her. That was crazy. Um, yeah, I wasn't expecting that. But anyways, thankfully we were able to, you know, we were able to get the cerebrum back. So Mayuri can now, put that back into another body, or like make another body for Nemu, and and this will be Nemu number 8, I'm assuming. Uh, yeah. And yes, that was today's episode. Oh, also another thing I forgot to mention. The reason why Penida was able to get out of Ashijo Zizo is because, as he said, he merely just attacked using his bow from the inside. That's it. Like, it's true. Like, I kind of forgot that he's a Quinch. He can literally attack using a bow. So, like him using his nerves to attack, that whole thing was something that was kind of like, I was focusing on. And that is also why Ashijo Jizo was made like this, so that you cannot use a nerve like thing to do it like this. But while doing that, I kind of forgot that he can just attack from the inside and destroy it from the inside normally without using any nerves or anything. And that's what he did, I guess, in the end. Okay. Yes, and that was today's episode. Good episode. And let's wait and see what happens. Oh, also the finals after credit scene, we have these two. Um, Giselle, that was her name, wasn't it? Or his? Sorry, not her. That was his name, wasn't it? Giselle, yeah. And Lilinette, I think that was the other girl's name. Right, those two are here to fight the Majesty, but obviously there's like a lot of army here trying to fight them. Yeah, Giselle made the other two, that is Candice and the other girl, the pink girl, into the her zombies as well, which is fantastic. Now he has three zombies. Bambiat is already there. We have Candice, and yeah, I was wondering where they went, because I was like, okay, we don't see him. Yeah, I do remember Ichigo like clobbered Candice, that I remember, and the other girl as well, I guess. But they didn't show them up from that point onwards. So I was like, oh, I wonder what they are. Yeah, there you go. I have my answer. And Busby has come to fight Hashwald. So Busby's like, oh, like, shouldn't you be questioning me? Why am I alive? I'm like, I don't think he cares. Like, really, I genuinely think he really doesn't care about how he survived or whatever. No, because I still cannot wrap my head around the fact that these three can think. They can take, like, more the fact that Lilinette and Giselle thinks that they can take out the Majesty. What? Okay, I just, that is like some high level delusion, I feel like. How is that, like, How can you think of something like that? Have you seen the guy? He's literally this. He's consumed the Soul King, and he can. Oh my God, nah, man. This is like some kind of a. I just cannot. I just cannot. I don't understand. I cannot wrap my head around the fact that these two think that they can. Yeah, they might have like Candace, Bambietta, and all of these zombies with them, but you're going against these, the, Yahabaha, and it's not even the previous Yahabaha. Now he has consumed the Soul King, and he's even more crazier. So I just don't know why these two are thinking that they can somehow deal with the Soul King. It makes no sense to me, at least. Like this is like some high level delusion. Busby, I guess I kind of, at least it's believable than what's going on with Lilinet and Giselle, like what they are thinking, you know. But still, Busby thinking that he can fight Hashwald is also something that is pretty crazy. But I can see him, he's like a hot-headed type of person, and he's like, oh, I'm going to fight, I'm going to defeat him. But yeah, I feel like it's not going to go anywhere. Like, I don't see anything coming out of this battle. But who knows? Maybe I'll be proven wrong. I don't know. This is Bleach. Like, and there's like a lot of sections that I have thought of a certain way and thought that something's going to happen and this is how it's going to go. And yeah, it does go in that way, but at the same time, they also do something within that kind of like comes to play in the future. Like Bleach has done this multiple times. Like battles like this where now that I'm thinking like, oh, Busby versus Hashwald, I'm like, yeah, like Hashwald is just going to like defeat him so easy and destroy him, or like something like that. I'm thinking, but who knows? Within this battle, maybe Busby will do something that won't really matter now, but maybe in the future when Ichigo and their group will be fighting these people like Hashwald or Yahabaha, maybe it will come into play then. It might happen like that. Who knows? Either way, let's wait and see. And that was today's episode. So, that was my overall impressions for today's episode. Now, let me talk about this episode scene by scene. The very first scene, we can see Mairi is like, like Ashijo has like gobbled up Pernida, but then Pernida just destroys Ashijo from the inside. And yeah, and he's like, oh, have you forgotten? I'm a Quincy. Like I can kill an enemy with a bow and arrow. And Mairi's like, oh no, I didn't forget. I simply wasn't expecting the Soul King's left arm to shamelessly claim himself to be a Quincy. Okay. Anyways, Penida's not happy with Mairi. Obviously, Mairi is constantly mocking him and the Quincy. So he's like, you are very disrespectful. Oh god. And Mairi here realizes that the way it's speaking is changing, and eventually he realizes it's because he's absorbing the different people that he has used his nerves to get to, like Zaraki. He's absorbing their abilities as well. So that means, as Mairi says, it'll be troublesome if he is able to evolve and make use of Zaraki's power. That'll be not good at all. So then Pernida starts attacking him using the bows, and in the bows there's like the nerve like things are there. So you can see Mairi is like trying to dodge it and everything. He had to sacrifice one of his hands, and then later on, seeing him in danger, he was almost going to get hit by like one of the arrows. Nemu comes, sacrifice one of her arms, and saves Mairi. And then Nemu was going to also fall on the ground, and that would have been her end. But Mairi saves her, and then he's questioning. He's like, "What the hell? What was that? Did I tell you to save me?" You know. And yeah, and he's like, "Don't do thing on your own." And it's kind of funny because like Mairi, his main goal or his dream is for, as we got to know, for Nemu to grow and to evolve. And this was like the perfect way of showing that Nemu is evolving. Like he has actually created someone who is able to make decisions on their own and work on their own, do something on their own. But obviously, like he's concerned about her safety and the fact that this is a very dangerous battle, so it might as well be the end of it, end of her. um because of that he has completely forgotten about the fact, or at least he's not realizing the fact that this is evolution. Like Nemu just saving him on his her own without any orders. Because yeah, it's like someone who you've just ordered up until now and that's all they have done. They suddenly start thinking for themselves. That's like evolution. So yeah. Anyways, um Mighty here is like, oh, don't don't take decisions on your own again like that. When I order you to die, that is only when you're going to die. Anyways, while all of this is going on, Nemu remembers her past when she came into being, and Mayuri called her number seven, Nemuri Nanago. Um, yeah, and the fact that he stopped calling her with by her name, that is number seven after that. Okay, then Mayuri. Then next we see he just, Nemu's like, oh, I brought this with for you. This. What was it called? It was called something. I forgot. Hoji. Wait. Hojiku Zai. Yeah. So he puts it in his hand region, same with Nemu. So she's like, oh, I because of this I came. You didn't take this with you. That's why. And yeah, and then they start fighting. Obviously, Mayuri's now like, okay, so we're gonna fight together. Mayuri's using the anesthetic thing that he was using, so that the nerve endings on the ground they are rendered useless. And while he's doing that, um, okay, where is that part? Yeah, Mayuri himself is also getting like numb because he's using it. This anesthetic, he's also getting affected by it. But his main goal was for Nemu to go down, and so that she could touch the ground without anything affecting her. Uh, okay. Yeah. So he explains here his main goal is for Nemu to like stab that thing, that nerve coagulating edge agent, you know, into one of the arrows which is connected with the nerve. Before the nerve detaches for it, stab the arrow with it so that it goes back to Pernida, and this agent kind of wreaks havoc inside his body. And as he says, he doesn't know if what this thing is made of. Does it have blood or anything? But the fact that it has nerves, we will see what happens. So if this agent works, then it's going to stop everything. It's going to make whatever's going on halt. Like his blood will stop flowing. Everything will just stop within him. Here we go. This part. It will forcibly stop all organs connected to the nerves in the state that they were at the moment when the agent reached them. So if your heart was beating like this, as soon as it hits you, it's just going to stop like that. And that's it. Same with everything. His eyes, his everything, that is connected to the nerves. Right, and that actually happens. Like Nemu pushes the thing and it starts kind of freezing up like this. But the problem here was Benida realized what's going on, and he cut off himself from the nerves before it spread to the final body that it had. All the other bodies got destroyed, but that final body he was able to cut it off. And this was obviously something that would pose a problem for Mayuri. Now it changed its speaking pattern to Zaraki's, and this is why Mayuri realizes like I cannot let it go into Zaraki's level. It would be problematic then. Yeah, and then you could see that it tries to like Mayuri thought that he was going to attack Nemu, but it turns out he was going to attack him. So seeing that, obviously Nemu decides to spring into action, and again a little bit of a recollection, of flashback where we see Nemu asking Akon like, why does Mayuri Sama doesn't call me by my name, and this is where we get to know that what happened. Number 1 to 4 was the artificial soul project Nemuri was a failure, but then from 5 onwards Oh no, 1, 2, 3. From 4 onwards, they started growing. Like, number 4, um, we're finally able to create a brain with number 4. Number 5 reached the fetus stage. Yeah. And using that technology, Captain modified his Zanpakuto and was promoted to captain. Yeah, so Nemu was like literally everything for him. Like with everything that he learned from Project Memory, he it's like his very being. Like he was able to become a captain from that. Like everything is like in that, you know. So it's like a very, I guess you could say, important thing for Mayuri. Um, yeah, and Nemu's like the personification, the embodiment of that. No wonder how he cares about, I guess, in his own weird way, he cares about her. um Number 6 grew up until 2 years old, but then cell division stopped and it died. And then finally number 7 was able to like surpass that, and we have Nemu now. And that's why he was, he didn't show it, but he was very joyful about that. And yeah, and then we are back to Nemu again, and you can see Nemu springs off to go and save Mayuri. Another flashback where we hear Nemu asking Akon that, oh, like, why doesn't he call me by the name? And Akon here tells that, oh, it's because, he's just embarrassed. He just, you are literally like an embodiment of everything that he wanted. Like, it's like he's living his dream. You growing and becoming better and better and like an actual person is Mayuri's realization of his dreams. Like you are literally like like a your progression is directly connected to his dreams fulfillment. So that is why calling you number 7 is something that he doesn't do, because he feels like you'll get to realize that, and he doesn't want that to happen. He doesn't want to, make his feelings known to other people, especially Nemu, because she's the person in question here. Right. Yeah, and then Nemu's like, oh, but if I didn't evolve, then would he have called me number 7? And he's like, oh, that wouldn't happen, because in no way Captain's project would not evolve. No, that's not possible. Yeah, so Nemu like grabs Kuroshiji and shoves him away from there, and Mayu's like, what the hell? How did you get this power from? And Nemu here explains that I have enhanced my power to just below 0.8% before critical breakdown. So she would have died either way. You know, it would have been the end of her. Like her own body would start deteriorating after a certain amount of time. That's why. Um, and obviously, Mayu's like, why are you doing this? Did I tell you to do? Did I order you? But she's like, no, this is my mission, not any order. My mission is to protect you, and that's what I'm doing. Um, yeah, yeah, and then Nemo goes off to fight Pernida. Mine's like, how humiliating. From when did this happen? Like, when did I never thought I'd see a day where I have to, like leave everything to Nemu. So then we can see Nemu uses her power. She shaves away 6% of her soul to like shoot like a beam kind of thing towards Pernida. It destroys Pernida, but obviously we all know Pernida, like the broken parts of Pernida is going to become like new bodies. And yeah, Nemu was falling, and that's when that happened, and it destroyed Nemu completely. And here we see Xylapro come in, and as we can see, Xylapro tries to, you know, tell Mayuri, he's like, oh, like, didn't you say like perfection is the end? So why are you sad? Shouldn't you be happy that Nemu was not perfect? And then Mayuri's like, yeah, like, the fact that you have to remind me of that is very humiliating. And he shuts him up immediately. Yeah, and and then Pen is like eating up all of Nemu's like body. If when he's able to like about to eat his her brain or cerebrum, Mayuri saves it, and then he's like, yeah, I cannot let you eat this, at least. And then he explains about the whole, like, cell division threshold, like that whole thing, which um, now that he has eaten the body, like the scraps of Nemu. Um, you know what? Let me just read this part. Embedded in Nemu's pituitary gland that you ate is an implanted compulsory accelerated cell division organ. To surpass this artificial soul cell division threshold. That's why she grew up so quickly. That's why. It's a special organ that functions at all the time to allow the cells to continually grow beyond the theoretical limit. Yeah, directly connecting to the parietal lobe of via the basal ganglia. Yeah, obviously these are all signs. Like I remember, like reading about all of this. I've forgotten a few things here and there, like the ganglions and stuff. Um, yeah, so the fact that he didn't eat the brain means that there's nothing to control it. That's why it's over for him. The fact that it ingested itself without the cerebrum means that it's going to go crazy and you're going to die. And that's what happens. It He just keeps dividing, and just self-destructs by the end of it. In the end, Mario also falls down, but thankfully we have Ikkaku and Yumechika here. They come and take him, and and Zaraki as well, to the medical port thing. And inside the medical port thing, we have Hitsugaya and Rangiku. So they're okay now. There's the soul, um, like the life. What do you call it? Um, what's that part? Oh, preservation part. That's what they're called. Yeah, yeah. Their lifespan decreased, but like they'll be fine now. At least they're not zombies. Um, yeah. Oh, so this is what I was saying here. Like, I still don't understand this whole, like how does death work in Soul Society, because they're souls to begin with. We've seen characters grow here. Like like who? Wait a minute. Oh, Genryusai himself. You know, he's grown. He was like young back then, and now like later on he's like old and everything. So I've always wondered how life and death works here in Soul Society, because like aren't they souls to begin with? So how can souls die? How is that even possible? Because we do know they they have like a hell and stuff, but it makes no sense to me. At least I still haven't been able to understand it properly, how people grow here, because they're souls to begin with. How will they grow? Like, how does that work? But anyways, whatever, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. uh right, and we have Hizuga and Rangi who come out. Hizuga thanks Mairi and Yumechika, and Ikkaku put Zaraki and Mairi's body inside the pod. Mairi obviously has Nemu's brain with him as well. And then they also thank like Mairi, and Mairi's like, damn, I've been thanked by quite a few people. Kind of weird. But he's happy that, like he's like, oh, I've surpassed you, Kisuke Urahara. You know, I want to see your frustrated face next time I see. And I'm like, I don't think he'll be frustrated. I feel like he will actually be happy the fact that Mairi was able to do this, because um, like I don't know, Urahara seems like the type of scientist who would be happy for someone's progress in the field of science, and it doesn't matter if it's like his rival or anything. He will be equally happy. He seems like that type of a dude. While Mairi is the type of dude who's like, oh, I'm going to surpass him. I'm going to do this. And you could say that it started from there. Like his wanting to surpass Urahara. That is why he did this whole project Nemu and everything, all that. But at the end of the day, as it went on and on, he genuinely grew a connection to Nemu, and genuinely um, grew an attachment to her as a father and a child kind of way. Um, yeah, and the proof for that is in the end, um, when he's inside the pod, he says like, both of us, that is me and Nemu, will show him, which is Urahara. Yeah. And then at the after credit scene, as we see Giselle and all of them, Bambietta and all them, Lilinet, they go and try to attack the Soul King, and Soul King has his army trying to repel them while we have Busby trying to take out Hashwalt. Yeah, again, I don't see these battles like, what, let's wait and see. Like I said, I might just be proven wrong, who knows, maybe something will happen which will be important in the future. Yeah, let's wait and see. Anyways, that was today's episode, episode 10 of Bleach Thousand Year Blood War The Conflict. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Bleach. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.